Okay, so this is Ironlights. This is just the training right now. But this is a 1 versus 1 dueling game with a bunch of different classes. So there's like a hammer, there's a staff, there's a katana, and a bunch of other things. It's really fun, and it also has online multiplayer, so I can play it with my friends and stuff. I might do that eventually. And pretty much how the game works is you pull towards someone, and the fighting goes into slow motion, and then you can hit them, and every time you hit them, your sword breaks, and then you have to pull it behind your back to recharge it. So if I hit his sword, then I can hit him. So this is just an AI right now, in a practice mode. But there's a ton of different weapons. Each one has a ranged attack, so this one is the knight, and that's what it does for a ranged attack. And then there's the samurai, which has a katana in the ranged attack. This one has these little slashes. And then let's do the duelist. So it has a small sword and shield, it's one of my favorite classes. And then the ranged attack is it shoots out these little things every time I push forward. And then also, so let me start a ranged attack. So when someone pulls towards me, I can't attack, but I can block. So see, if my sword hits them, it does nothing, but I can hit their sword. And if they hit me with their sword, then I would take damage. Up there is a health bar, and that blue bar is the energy. When I attack, it takes up energy over time. I can also push away to save energy. And ranged attacks take up energy, so you can't really see it because I'm in the training mode. It gives you energy super fast, but normally you'd have to either charge up, which gives you energy but makes you weaker, or you'd have to just wait for it to regenerate. And then I can also have them do ranged attacks, but I can attack too while they're doing a ranged attack. And then I can also practice against all the different classes. So today I'm going to play a little bit of the campaign, show a little bit of the sandbox, and play a few rounds of multiplayer. So let's start off with the campaign. I'm going to choose Samurai. And I've already beat the game with the Samurai, Knight, and Duelist. I haven't beat it with all the other ones. But I already have every single customization option. I have every armor, every helmet, and look, you can like click on it and change your helmet and stuff. So for the Samurai, I'm going to use the Samurai helmet. Then I can also choose different metals like irons, copper, platinum, gold, ruby. I like this one though because the white color, it matches really good with the gold. And then I can also choose accent colors like blue, green, pink, teal, gold. And that's the one I use with pretty much everything. It's really cool. And I don't know if I show the armor, but it pretty much just changes your main armor and your hands. I'm going to use the Shogun armor for the Samurai. And then this is the campaign, so there's 3 different leagues, and each one has harder enemies. So there's the Bronze League, which you start out on when you play the game, and it has championships, 6 boss fights, and then you can fight any character in the Bronze League, but these are not real players. And there's the Silver League, which same thing, it just has different bosses and different characters playing the championships and stuff. And there's the Gold League, which is the final league, and then there's all the championships for this, different bosses that are all super hard. And then it also has some characters that are actual players in the game, like this character. I have fought him in online, but they made him as an AI in the game. See, it says fan-made character. So people who win their tournaments, so they have tournaments every once in a while, and people who win the tournaments get that helmet he has, and they get to be put in the game. So there's this character. This character is also fan-made. This character is fan-made. This one, and this one, and this one, and this one. They actually have a lot now. They used to only have 3, but now they have a ton of them. So I'm gonna play the World Championship, which is 4 fights, all against Gold League characters. So at the start, the arenas connect, and then you get your weapon. You get to see what the other person's username is. This is not an actual person though, this is an AI. And you also get your weapon. You can also see the weapon and color they are on these little boards on the side. When you see that animation, that means it's charged up. And see how my katana like sort of doesn't break all the way? That's because it has a special shield bar in it that can take more damage but gets smaller as it takes hits. You see, you can't attack me, you can only block. And I can only block you. Hard range attack to block, but the sword itself is slow, which makes it harder to use, but really powerful. The katana is fast and it's strong with the knife sword. But it's better, I think, personally, because it's faster. See how it gets more dented as I hit him in the same spot. That means that part is injured, and if I hit it, it does more damage. Also see my orange health. That's because I charged up. Every time you charge up, the orange health takes double damage. So that like you can't just like charge up and like just destroy them and see it. Now after this fight, I started this game. And then I think after this I have 2 more fights and then that's the end of the Broguy championships. And I can actually replay as many times as I want. Let's see this guy's different weapons. This one's really hard to fight. I haven't actually fought it yet. Because I haven't played with the katana in a while. And he also has a really big spear which is like a block. Spear is really hard to block because it's so slow. They spin. Keep spinning. It's hard to block. It's also hard to hit him because it's really big and you can block really easy. max, which means after that, that's the finals, which is the last fight. Also, cool thing about the shields in this game is that instead of just being able to block forever, as you hit them, they shrink. So that eventually, if you hit them as time, something that you use your shield to really hard to block. So that you use your shield to need it. Even though the shield for that class is pretty small because the sword is fast, it's still pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna cut towards like the end of the fight. Oh. Okay, I think next match will be yeah, it is. Finals. This one is really hard because it's a pretty fast character and it has the same class as the character I just fought before, so it has a sword and shield. I'm gonna play a little bit of the multiplayer and the sandbox. So the sandbox is really cool because you can create fighters, and also you can download the ones that people have made. These are what other players have made. And then look, you can play against them. And the thing that's cool about sandbox is you can use all the weapons in the game that aren't usually available in the campaign and online modes. Like weapons that are used by bosses and stuff. So the boss fights in the game have like special weapons that you normally can't use. I'm going to fight. I'll do. I'm gonna do this one. Also, something cool is that you can make your own fighter. So let me go into this one. This is the one I have time to make. You can use any of the sandbox weapons, and then you can record different moves. So it tells you like how to do each move and tips on how to record it and stuff. And then you can change moves like taunts, charge up, melee attacks, ranged attacks, intros and stuff. It's really cool. I'm gonna play a fight in the sandbox. I'm gonna do a sort of easy one though, just because I'm just like showing it like how it works, sort of. I'm gonna do the easy sword bot, and I'm going to use a halberd. A tiny shield, so you can use it to block easily instead of using the head of it. Even though this is a pretty easy fight, I could use the head of it instead of the shield, but shield's just easier to use. Range attack. Push this thing out and then shoot it. Which is cool, it shoots 3 headshots with this flash with it instead of letting it go out. But just real quick, because I didn't really like show a lot of them. You can, so you have the main hand weapons, 2-handed weapons, which you can only use one of. Like the giant sword, you can only have 1 giant sword. You can't have 2 giant swords. You can't have 2 warhammers. And then the main hand stuff, it goes in the main hand. My main hand is my right hand. So you can have like a short sword, a war axe, a blaster, a long sword, short spear, a stick. Stick is actually pretty good because it's a fast weapon, and when you let go, it stays on your hand while it spins. This one was added as a joke because it literally does like 1,000 damage in one shot. And then this one was also added as a joke because it's ridiculously slow and it only does like 50 damage. And then the ranged attack, it just squeaks and like a little like ball of light just comes out and falls to the floor. And so you can do stuff like a shield and then a longsword, which you can't normally do. Normally with this shield you would have this, and it would be the Crusader class. The longsword isn't normally in the game. And there's the tower shield, and you can like use a spear or a mace, or even if you wanted to, the fish, even though it's like literally the worst weapon in the game. It's pretty cool. Now I'm gonna play probably just one match of online, and then that's gonna be the end for this video. So I'm going to change up my character a little. There we go. So I'm going to fight, and I'm gonna use. Okay, I haven't used this class yet, but it's my favorite class, so I'm going to use it for the last fight of the video. These colors are super cool. So he is using the staff, and I'm using the duelist, which has a small sword, it's really fast, and a small shield. See how my shield gets smaller when it gets hit. So I can make it a little bit smaller and I can actually see like how it happens. Because this guy's a lower rank, he gets a damage bonus, which means everything he does like higher than normal damage. If he was the same rank as me, it would do less damage because it would have the damage multiplier. Okay, that's gonna be it for this video. And I've actually wanted to say this for a while, so this is obviously my first video for my YouTube channel, and I want to say this for a while. Get ready. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so that you know when I post more videos. Let's go! I said it! Whoop!